Okay, welcome everyone to Streaming While Black, Ladies, Vampires, and Reapers. Oh my. I am sitting down with some amazing horror-based streamers and an amazing Black YouTuber who runs her channel, Chronicles of Noria, and like expresses like love for books, movies. I think you review some stuff too, on
Yes,
there as
yes, I do.
well. Yeah.
Yes, I do.
Um, but I'm going to let them introduce themselves. So starting with Noria.
Oh, I'm going first. Yay. Hello, everybody. Hi, I'm Noria of Chronicles of Noria. Just as Sharon said, I do run a YouTube channel. I consider it a safe space, a haven for people who love good stories and trying to appreciate and understand characters across different mediums. So I talk about movies and TV shows and books and video games, specifically story-driven, story-laden video games and the occasional anime when something that I really love is currently streaming.
Hey.
So I'm a big time nerd. Thank you. I'm a big time blurred. I've been since I was a child, and it brings my heart joy to share that with the rest of the world
Mhm.
via my channel. So hi.
Amazing. Okay, Phenom.
Oh, okay. Hi, I'm the female phenom. I am a horror, wrestling, true crime, and paranormal enthusiast. I'm the founder of ScreamReapers, a horror-based stream team that consists of femmes and women of color who create content centered around the horror genre. Um, my content is mainly everything from true crime to horror to wrestling to paranormal activity things. I've been a gamer since I was 6, I want to say.
Since you was in the
Also,
womb.
yes. I've also been a horror fanatic, aka, and also a Michael Myers fanatic since I was 6 as well. So those are my loves, and I hope y'all enjoy us today. Thank you so much for having me.
Yes,
Of
thank you for
course.
asking.
No, of course. Malicysin, last but not least. Well, me too, but that's
Eh.
yeah.
Hi, I'm Lady Malicysin. What I normally to say is I'm a variety streamer that specializes in horror games, also in cozy games, and if I can ever find a
Hey,
cozy horror game,
right?
you'll never get you'll never get me to shut up. Um, that is what I do as I stream a lot of horror games. I have which I'm going to be bringing back my rules of horror, like things that I learn while watching horror movies.
Oh,
I'm also a big cosplayer. I go to a little convention of like our closest friends called Dragon Con. Every
oh,
year over Labor Day weekend, I make my costumes. Yeah, so I'm nervous but so excited to be a part of this.
Malicysin, did you go to Dragon Con this year?
I did.
Shut. Okay, so our library, right, the hotel that it was in this year was like right. People were parking in our parking lot. So I could have
Oh,
met. I'm so
wow.
mad. I could have met you
Oh,
there.
Yeah.
We got to
wow.
link up. We have to link
Yeah.
up.
Yes. Well,
Um,
when I looked everything up for the library, I was like, "Holy crap! I could have said something."
Because he was right here. People were like in our parking lot, dressed up. It was fun. I didn't go.
Mm.
That I missed. I completely missed it. I was going through a lot.
Oh,
But okay, everyone. Hello. I am Sharon Silvestri or SE Paris as a pen name. I write or Writing Vampires as my streaming and YouTube and content creation screen name. I write vampire books. I'm very much into like monsters, and I had a podcast for a brief moment called Monster Thoughts, where we would analyze monsters, and I would interview my streaming friends live on Twitch. I kind of want to get back to doing that. I also did some YouTube movie reviews as well, and I had my own horror website where I had friends and writers share their articles and stuff on horror, but that like went down. I might bring it back. I don't know. I'm figuring out what I want to do. But I stream on Twitch on Mondays. And well, no, I don't want to go into that. But like I'm a writer, I stream, and I work here at the Auburn Avenue Research Library center. This is not a center. This is a library. Yes, sorry. I work here. I'm a project archivist. I'm working on cool collection, and the focus on it's a predominantly Black research library. So we have a lot of collections that are just about Black people from all across the diaspora. So I just thought it was really cool when this came up, the conference this year. I was like, I really want to merge my love of like streaming and content creation and the work I do here, and give a focus to like Black women who I know are like killing it right now online. So yeah, and it's cool that I get to do that. Okay, so jumping in to the first question is like, how did all of you get into streaming or YouTube? And do you think it's accessible for Black people and other marginalized races to begin streamer content creation? Like, is there a barrier to entry for us as opposed to a white person? I'm just gonna be blunt, a white person. Whoever wants to go first.
So I got into streaming because of the pandemic.
Me too.
Yeah. I'm a pandemic streamer, and I did it because I was trying to like reach out and just like meet other people, because I knew that other people are just probably going through the same thing. They're lonely. And reaching out, one of the things I love so much is reaching out with like games, especially like games that have a story. It's a good way to like bridge the gap, because you're experiencing and going through the story together. I feel that I got really, really lucky by starting in 2020, that I didn't really feel I don't think there was any like everyone was doing it, so it was like kind of like everyone's allowed. I do feel nowadays there might be a little bit pushback just with the way, unfortunately, with the way the world is right now. But yeah, that's how I got started. But I also feel that even if someone has pushback, please, you do you. If it makes you happy, you do it.
Do it. Yep.
Yeah.
Okay. Anyone?
I'll go next. Or Noria, did you want to go?
No, you can go. You can go next.
I got into streaming. I started on YouTube, and I was like documenting and vlogging my DIY wedding. And then I started playing video games, and I was playing Friday the 13th with other people online, and I was like making voices for characters and stuff like that, and everybody was cracking up. So one of the girls that I was playing the game with, she was like, "Have you ever thought about live streaming? You should try it." And I was like, "What is that?" So she got me set up, got me hooked up, gifted me my first PC, and I took off ever since. And it's been awesome. It's been amazing. Some challenges, but I've had more good moments than bad. Thank goodness. I also wanted to say that everybody that is thinking about streaming, please do it. I feel like now, coming from the days of Justin TV and when YouTube first came out, now celebrities are grabbing it, and it's becoming cis white male dominated now. So if you're thinking about doing it, we need you. Please come. Please come on over.
I started my channel 7 years ago. That was in 2018. I was yapping about a book by a queer Nigerian, a gay Nigerian man. And I had thoughts, and I was sharing it with my friends. And I remember one of them was like, there are people on the internet who would love to listen to you yap about this book. Not me. I love you, but I'm tired of hearing you yap about this book. But I know that there are people on the internet who would love to listen to you. And I'm like, really? And it's like, yeah. So I was like, okay, fine. And that was how I found BookTube. And I started with BookTube. I did that for a couple of years. the pandemic was also the time when, and I'm certain that it's put in my intro, but I live in Lagos, and 2020, whilst we were dealing with COVID, we were also dealing with this set of protests that took over the country, that worsened with a massacre that we now call the Lekki Tollgate massacre. And I was in another part of the city, and I was meant to have been there, and it was just a series of weird events that I did not go. And so that just shattered my mental health. So I took a break off of YouTube for like 2 years, two and a half years. And the thing about the way in which YouTube works, the algorithm works, is that when you take an extended break, it tends to believe that you've fallen off. And so I had to then start building my audience all over again. And that was around the time when it's a show. It's my guilty pleasure, but I love Bridgerton just because of the fact that, like I said, I like ensemble stories, and especially when they have a lot of characters that I can talk about. And I'd watched the latest season, and I have thoughts. And that was when I realized that, you know what, I have a channel. Nobody's watching me anyway, so I know I talk about books, but let me just talk about this show, which people actually did end up liking. So I would just say that if you're somebody that is getting into, you want to go into YouTube or streaming, when I was starting, the response they often gave us was that you need to find a niche, which, to be fair, the algorithm likes. It likes to be able to pigeonhole you. I do not like that, because I am, like I've stated in intro, I am a nerd and I have different interests. Make content based off of that. So I would say that if you're somebody who is interested in it, grab a camera. I started with my phone. It was an iPhone 8. Was it 8? Yeah, it was an iPhone 8. I used it with like a tiny little torch. It was like the first set of my videos were horrible, but I did not mind, and I had a great time. And I think if I could succeed at that, you can. And please, 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 especially if you're Black, especially if you're femme, especially if you're queer, we do the spaces. Just a heads up, because not just the algorithm, I do think that the audience as well would tend to like to pigeonhole you. Because, for example, for the longest time when I was on BookTube, I realized that my numbers did well when I was pissed at something, when I was angry about something, and I made a video. I realized that now, because I had to take a couple of steps back and tell myself that they are not about to turn me into the angry Black woman trope. Like, my anger is not about to be something that they are going to profit off of, right? So yes, there are sometimes I would read a book that I really hate, or maybe an author I enjoyed and loved did something absolutely atrocious, and I want to talk about it, and I get very agitated when that happens, and that is fine. But it also does not mean that I'm going to then change my content and only make, because I was like, the views were astronomical. I'll get like hundreds, almost 1,000 subscribers when I make a rant video, and I'm like, nah. You all want to clearly turn me into this angry person, and it's not going to work. And so I had to make a conscious decision and be like, do I want all the numbers rushing in at the time, or do I want to make things that bring me joy and lose joy every damn time? Because I think that is revolutionary. So,
Period.
Yes.
Period.
Yes, indeed.
Thank y'all for that amazing, like, that was just the first question, and you guys kind of like jumped into a few other questions I want to get into, but like piggybacking off of that, do you guys have any warnings or advice to people who want to start streaming and doing YouTube or streaming as a hobby or a full-time career? Like, do you have any things you want to like tell them about or like suggest?
What I would say is to pay attention to your numbers for your potential sponsorships or potential partnerships, but try not to let it consume you, because we're human. We're going to have bad days and it can affect us. We're going to have good days and it could bring us joy, but try to understand that this business is up and down all the time. You have to learn like Noria said, your niche. You have to learn the algorithm. You have to learn what you are most comfortable with. And with that being said, I always tell people to not try to compare yourself to someone else's journey, because you don't know how long it took them to get there or what it took for them to get there. Just focus on your content and do the best you can.
Awesome.
The advice that I would probably, and it was actually some advice that a friend of mine who also streamed gave me. It's like when you're first starting out, don't immediately like sync, like get your starter equipment, and as you get like a little bit like more okay with it, you find out you love it, you find your niche or what you're passionate about, then slowly start upgrading your equipment. Don't just like sink thousands and thousands of dollars into a setup, because it's a journey, it's a wave, it ebbs and it flows.
Oh, boy, does it.
Yes.
Yeah, and yeah, it really does. And so that's my one piece of advice that I would say. Also, don't try to get on trends.
Yes.
Do what you are passionate about.
Mm-hmm.
I've loved horror since I was a little girl. I call Michael Myers my slasher boyfriend. We have been going strong since 1978.
Yes,
Oh my
indeed.
God.
Yes, indeed.
So, you know what? Just do that. Like when I like there are going to be some things that resonate with people and some things that are not. Um don't worry, because you are going to find your group.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, for
It
sure.
may take a little bit, but you'll
Yes,
find your
indeed.
group.
Mm-hmm.
And just be passionate about anything that you are creating, cuz that passion is going to show through, and then that passion is going to hook other people to come in and do.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Thank you so much, Malicysin.
Yeah.
Noria, before you start, I just want to jump in because I realized I never answered the first question myself
Oh,
because
Yeah.
I am a streamer. I got into streaming in 2019, I think, when I first came down in Georgia. Yeah. And also, yeah, because of the pandemic, I was out of a job. I wanted to do something. I was like, let me see if I can make YouTube a thing. And I was like uploading videos and going live on YouTube. And then I switched to Twitch, and then met so many people, different characters. Jumped into some stream teams at first, and then and then I found and then I found Phenom, or I don't know how we found each other. And I got into ScreamReapers, which is our stream team. Me, Lady Malicysin, and Phenom started it. And I started stream. My first stream was the vampire game, Vampire with the PYR at the end. It was a horrible game, but I would stream like I think almost every day or something to like one or two people, and then I just like kept doing it. And this is back in the time where I had the time to like sync to stream and making videos and making videos and editing them is a lot. It takes so much time.
Yes.
Yes.
And I had a crappier desktop at the time, and I didn't have enough RAM, and I didn't have enough storage and stuff. So my editing thing I used, my editing program was slow. It took me hours to upload a video, but I just kept doing it because I really think because I had nothing else to do besides write my books or because I wasn't working. And then I got a full-time job virtually. Like, it was work from home. So I was like, okay, so when I close the laptop, I can just hop on stream. So that was fun, but I did get bogged down by the numbers and everything, and I just eventually like stopped. I think last year because like a lot of things were happening, and I got this job and just a bunch of stuff. But and I will say, yes, do it, but if you're trying to make it a full-time job, please have an actual full-time job first. And even when your numbers start getting better and money starts coming in, please keep that full-time job. Because
Yes.
even if you think even if the money comes in 1 month, it'll be way less than that. Trust me, it'll be way
Yep.
less than next month. This is not a secure thing, and it's not really a guarantee. It's nothing is guaranteed, obviously, but
Mm-mm.
like it's definitely a fluctuation thing too. Like people, you're banking when you stream, you're banking on other people's like money,
Mm-hmm.
like their donations, like their subscriptions, their bits, whatever they want to give you. However you get it, through PayPal, Discord, whatever way you want to do it to get the full amount, because Twitch takes a big chunk of it.
Mm-hmm.
What was I talking about? See, ADHD. ADHD. Yeah, you just need to go into it as a you need to go into it as a hobby, I want to say. And if it can become something full time, please have a backup. Have a backup of your backup just in case, because
Yes.
anything online, I feel like, or even in like offline, because nothing is like you can lose your job like that for no reason. So it's
Mm-hmm.
just not trying to chase a dream and just fall like chase a dream, but chase something blindly and not really giving it thought about how, like
Mm-hmm.
the reality of what you're actually
Mm.
getting into. And sorry, okay, Noria, go ahead.
I think mine be more of appreciate the numbers and have them in perspective.
Mm-hmm.
What do I mean by that? Especially when you start. And this is something that I have noticed that was even driven further home for me recently. I remember when I got my first 100 subscribers.
Mm.
I told every damn person I could find that
As you
100
should.
people,
As you should.
Mm-hmm. As
that
you should.
100 people found my channel and were like, we
Mm-hmm.
like what she has to say, and they
Mm-hmm.
hit subscribe. And I think that that is a context that we sometimes forget, because it's easy for you to look at somebody that has 100, like 1 million subscribers, 10 million, 100, and you're like, I'm never gonna get there. Yeah, but like 100 people liked your content.
Yep.
1,000 people were like, I fuck with her.
Mm-hmm.
15,000, 1,500. And if you take it a step further and you look at, like, because I don't know, I don't think stream like shows you, like I said, stream, I don't think Twitch shows you like the exact number of like people that like your streams whilst it's on. But like with YouTube, for example, YouTube will tell you, oh yeah, 150 people, like this video has 150 likes.
Mm-hmm.
And I saw I saw this piece of art. It was from an artist whilst I was on that L site called Twitter, which I have a very abusive relationship with, because I seem to always sometimes go back to it.
We all
Always
do.
be like, why am I
Oh
here?
my gosh.
You all are still annoying. Why am I here?
Yes.
But I saw an art piece that an artist did there, where they were expressing their sadness that, after they had gone through their last viral piece, the next artwork that they did, like only 120 people liked it, and they were feeling very sad. And then, because they did it like a comic strip, and then the next page went like, but then they thought about it, and then they drew out 130 people, and they were like, that is 130 different individuals.
Yeah.
Who probably do not know each other from Adam, who've never interacted with each other. But because the world is global now, thanks to the internet, but they don't know anybody. They don't know each other. But all 130 of them saw that piece and were like, I like that. And there's a beauty in recognizing that, because the thing about being a content creator or on being a streamer is because we start to see the numbers as numbers and stop seeing them as people. And you sink into that, because you then start thinking, oh my God, I did not make this. My views dropped by like whatever percent. Blah blah blah. Nobody likes this. Nobody likes me. And I'm like, and then you need to just remember that every single person that takes, and like, we did econs in school. Most of us have a concept of opportunity cost, which means that you're going to forego something in order to gain something else. Every person who watched or interacted with you in some way gave up something else in order to give you that time.
Yep.
Even if it is that they were doing something else, they could be doing something else while doing that something. Like, right? Some people like to, they could be listening to a podcast, they could be watching, like, you know, they could be listening to music, they could be listening to an audiobook, but they have you in the background while they are doing their stuff, which means that they chose you. And that matters. And I think that is something that whether you're starting or you're established or you're trying to rebuild an audience, we just need to remember that those numbers are people. We are interacting with people. We are connecting with people. And more often than not, they are responding back, except for bots. We do not think about bots.
No.
We do not care about
No.
And jumping off of Noria's point, I want to get to the next question, which ties into it really, is like racism. And has it affected with your streaming or your YouTube creation, and in a debilitating way to where you did not want to stream or make YouTube videos anymore? And what was facing that light? And how did you decide, you know, to come back and do it and everything? I want to go first, just because it's on the front of my head.
Please.
I think I was streaming, and this was when the hate raids were happening, especially for Black streamers. I don't know, I don't know when that was. And my friends were getting raided, and I saw it, and then streamers were coming out on Twitter. They were coming out with like these tools you could use. I think it was like called Protect Attack, where you can just like you can set it up on your Discord, in your OBS or your Stream Deck. So you just press a button and it shuts down stream. It takes you offline. It shuts down your Discord, like all that stuff. So I downloaded that just in case, but I was streaming and like thinking it's not going to happen. I was in a DVD lobby, Dead by Daylight. I'm sorry. I was in a Dead by Daylight lobby. It's a game. It's an asymmetrical, like four-player survivor, and then one guy is the killer trying to kill you. It's basically like if you play if you want to be in a horror movie and you want to get chased by the killer, like that is the game you play. So that was like, I became a Dead by Daylight player, and that was what I played yesterday, and I had 7 people in there with me. So that's 7 people in my room. Listen.
Yes.
It's a party. It's a party.
It's a huge party.
It's a party. So damn, what was I saying?
You were you had downloaded it just in case, but then you started
Yes, and oh my God, they got into I was in Discord in my chat with my friends for stream, and they like had a bot or so, like a repeated sound bite, and it was just like kill all N-words over and over. They were in my Discord with like obscene profile pictures, spamming whatever channels they could get into with just, I'm not going to repeat it, obscene things. And then in my chat live on Twitch, they were repeating the same thing. So Twitch has they have like fail safes in place, not really. So like if you're saying hateful words, it's coming through your mic, they can just block you. So the N-word was coming through my mic even though I wasn't saying it. So I was like freaking out. I shut everything down, and I was just crying. And my friends were like, "Are you okay?" And I was like, "No," because I was like, I just want to stream, and it's like I'm being told I'm not allowed to. Just because just because I'm Black, and like I went through something similar with the BLM movement too. Like just seeing this. And you're watching other friends' streams, and you're like, are they gonna get hate rated today? Are they gonna get followed by? It's like it was like we were all on alert. So now my Discord is, you have to go through so many processes you have to prove that you're a person. Certain roles can't go into every channel. Like I used to be like open and free, and now I'm like, no, I'm shutting that down. Because unfortunately, being Black and a woman online is not. Like people think, men think, oh, you're a streamer, like all you have to do is show your boobs and like they'll get all the views, and you don't have to do anything. It's like, no, we have to work harder than our white counterparts to even get anything. So yeah, that was my story. It was not fun, but I think I told Phenom I was taking a minute off. Like I didn't come back. I think I came back in 3 months or so, because I was just like, I don't know what I want to do. I don't know if I want to do this, because like it's like a blow. It just sucks.
It's a hit to you mentally.
It is.
And emotionally.
Yeah, absolutely.
Because you're you are sharing a piece, and I truly
Mhm.
believe this. You're sharing a piece of yourself
Yourself. Yep.
Yes.
with other people,
Yes.
and
Mhm.
to get that hate back, like
Yeah.
to get that back,
It's a
it's a
lot.
hit to your soul.
Like we're not even playing a game.
Yeah.
Playing
Mhm.
a game with my friends and you come in and you're it's it's I laugh, but it's like ridiculous. Like
Mhm.
it
It's
makes
Yeah.
me
sad.
mad.
Very
Yeah.
sad.
It's sad. Yeah,
Mhm.
it's very annoying. But yeah, share your stories.
I
I'm done talking.
I had, and like I said, I remember Justin TV. Justin TV
Mhm.
was horrible. Okay, it was it was. I felt like Justin TV. If you turned your camera on, you were very brave. And I
Uh,
think when it turned into Twitch, it was like easing up a little bit. But then when we had that period, it was really bad. And I advocate for mental health, autism awareness, and for people of color. And I remember other content creators were like, Phenom, you're talking too much or you're doing too much, get ready. And I'm like, what?
mm,
And then the bots started, and then the swatting started, and then the hate rating started.
mm,
And it was so bad that people were like taking pictures of my children, putting them up on social media.
What?
Yes.
mhm.
They now I don't do birthdays and stuff like I used
Yeah.
to of my family members. Like one of my nephews, someone had stole his picture and used it for a GoFundMe. Like it was really bad. And I think what really like made me like it almost made the maybe the straw that broke the camel's back was I'm sitting in here and I'm streaming and a SWAT team is at my door ready to kick it in.
I remember that.
Someone called them and told them that I had kidnapped two boys and I had them in my house, right?
What the
So
hell?
God.
I'm live and I had to literally bring the cops over to my setup and say, this is what happens, this is what they're doing. They
Mhm.
wanted to talk to my children, verify that they were my children. Like it was really it was really bad. And I was just like, no, I'm not doing this anymore. Like
Mhm.
I was ready to just say, like, my life and my children's life is really important. And I felt like, no, that's not enough because that's what they want. They want to run us off of
Yes.
here. And then
Yes.
I
Yeah.
started wiggling my way and rubbing elbows with people like, how can I get in front of Dan Clancy? How can I get to this
Mhm.
meeting? How can I get here? Because
Mm.
I felt like it's not enough for us to voice our opinions on Twitter. And
Mhm.
once I started talking and others started speaking up, I felt like they were like, okay, now we need to make some changes and we need to do something. But it kind of like pissed me off because it's like, why is it that it has to be at the expense of somebody's life or
Yep.
somebody's
Yeah.
safety for
Mm.
you to feel like this needs to happen right away or we need to protect these people right away? So, what I will say is that while things have gotten better, especially with the turn of events, unfortunately,
Mhm.
um, things are slowly creeping back up and getting worse. But my main goal is that there are people like my son wants to do content creation. And I'm thinking about all of the little girls who look like me and all of the kids who are looking up to us. And I don't want them to just look at Casanet. I don't want them to just look at I Show Speed. I want them to see
Mhm.
Black people or people of
Yeah.
color as a whole and say, this is something I can do. And I tell parents all the time, and they're like, can you talk to my son because he wants to do this? And I'm like, let him do it. Let him do it. There is money in gaming if you do it right.
Yeah, it is.
And
Yes.
it's not enough of us out here. And I get
Nope.
so tired of hearing, I didn't know that you like horror. I didn't know that you
Mhm.
like wrestling.
Yes. Oh my
We're
God.
out here.
Mhm.
Hello. You're just not looking hard enough because
Not
you're
looking at
looking at
all.
that carousel and you see what's up there
Yeah.
and you're not scrolling down. So please, y'all, do not get discouraged. I know that, but I also protect your mental health first and make sure you are good. But don't let them run us off of this app, please, because
Mhm.
that's what they
Mm.
want. They trying to run us out of this country. They trying to run
Mhm.
us over So don't let them do it. Don't let them do it.
Oh my goodness. Very well said.
Hmm. Thank you.
Noria, do you want to? Oh, there we go.
Okay.
Yeah, so I've not really experienced anything to that extent. I think it's also because I'm not on Twitch. And I also don't stream often on YouTube. When I do, is in starts and firsts. And I really was streaming back. I was doing more live streams back before 2020 when I was heavily a booktuber. I was running a readathon, and it was often like at the end of the month when we're talking about the books we read during that period, or discussing like the chosen book for the readathon. So of course the people in my streams at that point were those who had participated, which was able to keep that.
Awesome.
And then more recently when I did like a stream, and it was around the time when Dragon Age the Veil God was releasing. Dragon Age is one of my favorite gaming franchises. And we were talking about some of the stuff that came out. It was less about me being Black and more about me being a woman, because of course a man had to be in there and be all sexual. And I was just like, initially I was, because I like to troll the trolls. Initially it was going, and I was like, oh really, and what would you do? Oh, that sounds fantastic, and then eventually I just realized that I might be having a great time, but it didn't mean that those who were watching me were comfortable. So I had to like put an end to that, and because I don't stream often, I didn't have mods regulating anything in the chat, so it was just like free territory. What I have experienced though is when they come into the comments of my videos. So like I said, I'm a big Dragon Age fan, always have been. I'm a big BioWare fan. Mass Effect is my favorite gaming trilogy, but the Dragon Age franchise is my second favorite franchise. And I'm certain, like, if you're in the gaming sphere at all, you definitely saw all the anti-woke, anti-DAI bullshit that came out when Veil got and there's a character in the game called Tash, short for Evertash, who is a Kunari. And what they did was grab a screenshot of them in a scene from the game that was heartbreaking, because that was when they watched their mother be brutalized and killed in front of them. And what people did was take that screenshot and be like, look at this ugly, scary Kunari, blah, blah, blah. They've ruined Dragon Age, right?
Spoilers.
Well,
I didn't get that far.
Gosh.
It's fine. It's fine.
Oh God, I'm so sorry. You can take certain events that does not lead to that, but I'm not going to say any to that. It doesn't spoil that. But I felt that enough time had passed, because Veilguard, for those who are listening, released October 31st last year. So I thought, as at 2-3 weeks ago, I was like, okay, enough time has passed. It's been over a year. We can start talking about this game in a way that I know that the haters are not going to find my content, and I'm just going to talk about it, because Evertouch's story for me resonated because it spoke to the immigrant experience, especially second generation immigrants, whereby you're torn either which way. Do you embrace the culture of your family, especially considering all that they gave up in order to move you to a place of safety, which was Tash's story? Or do you totally acclimatize yourself to the new place you're in and deal with the guilt of giving up, where you're from? And I'm like, it's a brilliant story. And so I talk about it because I said that heavily influences, right, Tash's story as much as their gender identity factors into their story. And then I think I've made a good video. I'm like, oh yeah, la 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 la, it's awesome. Let's talk about this, and then some dude comes, people like you, and I was just like,
oh boy,
wow.
And then they go, people like you is the reason why the term Black fatigue is so wildly recognized and accepted. And I was just like, what? That's not what Black fatigue means. I am the one experiencing Black fatigue, having to do with it.
Hello.
That is not what Black fatigue means. And they're like, have a nice day, lady. And I'm just like, and then they came in the Woolworth. I'm just like, yeah, I should not have made because it's
Oh,
so funny.
wow.
It went straight, like, it was either, and then another one was like, what do you mean by an immigrant experience? It's a fantasy game. And I was just like, so people are dumb, people are hateful. That is something I have, that's something I realized with like with doing YouTube and making content. It's like people can be very irritating, and people can be very hateful, and people, a lot of them are very miserable.
Yes, indeed.
A lot of them are very, because I sit down and, like I mentioned, like protecting my joy is something that I take seriously for the channel because I think is revolutionary. And I see their comments, and all I think is that you must be very, very sad. You must live very sad and empty lives. That all you do is fixate on these things and go after creators so that you can spill your vitriol because that gives you power. But to me, it doesn't bring you joy or happiness. It's because it's short-lived. I went in and it's always going to be short-lived. And my life would always be way fuller, way richer than anything you can ever aspire for. So I just sit and I'm just like, you're a dumbass. Bye. But that was, I realized that apparently a certain part of the internet are still really, really pissed at Tash. And Jacka needs the bill going.
Yes.
So,
So Noria, again, you were just like bleeding into like my next question. No, that's perfect. So yeah, bouncing off of that, how have you all handled disruptive community members in your streams or YouTube comments? And what do you do with repeat offenders, if possible?
There's a very useful YouTube tool that I think a lot of creators on YouTube do not know about, which is strange to me. There's that beautiful button that says "Hi channel from this user."
Wow.
The minute you piss me off, I go there and I just do "Hi channel from," and there it is. Whatever you're saying is to the ether. My subscribers cannot see your comments. Nobody on my channel can see your comments. I can see. You are just there screaming into the void, thinking, ha 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 ha. And then you're wondering why nobody's responding. And it's because nobody can see. I didn't know
that was a thing.
I did not know that was a thing either.
But it's right there. It's right there. So that's how I don't even waste time to argue because I'm just like, I'm not about to waste my time on you. I just hide the channel from, like, I hide it from the user and let them go into the header, and I never have to deal with them again in my life.
I learned something
because
new.
YouTube thinks like all your accounts underneath your Gmail, so it means that you cannot say you're going to switch to another account to try and find, because it's still going to recognize you as the same user. Until I've blocked you, that's it.
Google is on top of it.
I did not know that was a thing.
I'll say I get them out. I don't like, I'm very protective over my ScreamReapers. I'm very protective over my community. So I'm not going to like sit there and give you, before they even think that somebody is going to respond, they're out. They are out of there. I don't play around with that. And it also protects my peace because I have a lot of body dysmorphia. I have a lot of confidence issues. So I am not going to be beat up by a stranger. I beat myself up every day. I refuse. I refuse to.
Word, girl.
Yep.
So I actually have a good story about this. And my friends don't understand where I had the grace enough to do what I did. But so I'll just play games, and I play a lot on my Switch because I am I have a chronic pain from a couple of autoimmune things, and I'll just like be playing, like I'll be sitting somewhere or I'll be like confined to my bed because I'm playing my Switch. And there was one day I was playing, I think it was like Borderlands, and I have to say the controls on Borderlands for the Switch are not that great. Also, I can't shoot anything to save my life.
Me too.
Yeah. So I just like there was this one kind of like clip, and I like used the embed like the thing on Switch to catch it, and I was like, oh, this is kind of cool. I'm gonna post it on my TikTok. So I
Mm-mm.
posted it on my TikTok, which was not a great idea.
It's central.
Yeah. And like people were like, "Oh, you need to learn how to shoot and you need to
Mhm.
do this." And then one person said, my little niece can shoot better than you can."
Oh my
Well,
god.
go
I
play
was like,
more, stupid.
"So I'm just like, okay." And then I took my phone and I was like, "Oh my God, that's so great. Please keep encouraging your niece to play video games because we need more girls, women playing video games." So, and I like guys, I just do this for fun and I swear up and down I cannot shoot to save my life, but please keep encouraging your niece or or any girl or woman in your life to just play a game and have fun with it. And he goes, "Okay, now I feel like an a-hole."
Yeah, because you are.
Exactly.
And I
It's
just
so funny.
and that is what I do. It's like you get that moment where you're just like you want to like rage. I was
Mm-hmm.
like,
Hmm.
but that's what they want.
Yeah.
So
So they can clip you and
make
make
it
I
fun of.
don't.
into joy.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Mm, mm.
I I've had people come in when I'm playing like Borderlands or something, and they're like, "Oh, like for some reason, people look at me and they think I play like The Sims, and I do. I will play The
I get
Sims
that
all
too.
day and night. I will play cozy games all day and night.
Mm, 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 mm,
But
mm.
I grew up on video games. I grew up playing Sonic and
Mm-hmm.
Mario Brothers and
That's all we
Mortal
had.
Kombat
Yeah.
and just a bunch of games. So when I'm playing like Borderlands or like a horror shooter or something, and people like newbies come in and they're like, "Oh, you, oh, like you, what are you doing with a sniper? Like you're not a sniper." And I'm like, "Oh no, like I get headshots.
Wow.
I get headshots. I'm sorry. When Blood
Got
Hunt
him.
came out, I was on rooftop sniping vampires from
You
afar.
sure
Like
was.
and they're like, "Oh wow." I'm like, "Listen, I've been playing games since I could talk. Like I don't
Mm-hmm.
like don't come in here with that."
Yep.
We have less than 15 minutes left for questions, so I'm just gonna merge two of them. So like, what do
Mm.
you look forward to most when you sit down to stream or make a video, and like, what is your favorite game or topic to like talk about or play when you're streaming or making a video? I'm gonna go first. So when I sit down to stream, it's really just like, oh God, I hope someone comes today.
Mm-hmm.
um, and if not, I'm drinking my tea and streaming to myself. Who cares? And
Mm-hmm.
then my favorite game to play really right now is always Dead by Daylight. I always go back to it. It's like it's easy because it's like there's just lobbies and you're doing the same game over
Yes.
and over,
Mm.
and then you can have fun moments with your chat
Mm-hmm.
with the different programs they have out there. So like chat can like guide your player, like take control of your player and like ruin the game for you. It's fun. But yeah,
Mm-hmm.
those are my. Anybody else wants to go first?
So I right now I'm obsessed with Dead by Daylight,
Yes.
and I came in new. It was like I don't even think my Dead by Daylight love is a year old yet.
Oh wow.
Yeah.
Wow. I
Um.
wouldn't have known.
You gotta
Yeah. Yeah.
play.
It. And the funny thing about the reason I even did this is because Sable came out with a costume where it was
Mm-hmm.
Red Riding Hood, and I was
Mm-hmm.
like, okay, guess I'm gonna start playing Dead by Daylight.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Um, but so that like I kind of just like play a variety of stuff because I'm always looking for things that has like a
Mm.
good story that like pulls you
Same.
in.
Yes.
Um, I do have a favorite series, and people always look at me strange when I say this. Also favorite game. My favorite series is actually BioShock, and my
Same.
favorite game
Wow.
is BioShock Infinite.
Oh my God.
I've never played any of them, so I can't speak to
Holy
it.
crap.
It's
I
just bad or good?
love
Mm-hmm.
I love BioShock. I love it. I play it at least once a year. I play all three games at
Okay.
least once a year.
Mm.
But there are some things in BioShock Infinite that is, a little problematic.
Yeah.
Mm.
And I get that, but anytime I say that to someone, they're just like,
What?
Oh, they're judging you for playing it?
uh,
yeah, they're just like, wait. I thought you would have a problem. And I'm like,
mm-hmm.
Oh, this makes
Yes.
sense.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Okay. Noria.
Mm-hmm.
uh okay, so this is so funny. Um at the moment I'm playing like 6 games at the same time, which is a
As
Normal.
you
mess.
do. Yeah.
Normal,
as you
thank
do.
you.
Hmm.
Currently going through Ghost of Yote because I pre-ordered it,
Ooh.
but when it released, I was under the weather for like four weeks, and so I only
Oh.
started it like recently. I'm almost done with Disco Elysium. I'm playing Baldur's Gate 3, Cyberpunk 2077 because I finally got the DLC.
Mm.
I'm playing Coral Island
Mhm.
because also love cozy games, and Chef's Life just because there's something relaxing about cooking in a game when I don't want to do it in real life. So I'm just like,
I
yeah,
wanted that game. How
I'm
is
a
it?
Michelin star chef.
Mhm.
When I make content, however, I tend to do them from the perspective of I'm chatting with a friend. That's how,
Yeah.
because
Yes.
usually I'm like, I can put out this video, maybe I'll be lucky and it would get 10,000, 15,000 views. Or
Mhm.
maybe it would only get 200 views. But either way, it is about something that I am interested and invested in talking to my friends about. So, for example, just as when I explained about why I got into BookTube, which is my friends being on like somebody on the internet probably wants to hear you talk about this.
Mhm.
When I was watching Murderbot, which was this show from Apple TV based off of the books,
Mhm.
and I had a lot of thoughts about the show. I made content. It was not the best performing video on my channel. In fact, I think it really affected my channel numbers, but I
Mhm.
didn't care because
Mhm.
it was about I needed to express the thoughts I had, and I hoped that
Yeah.
even if it was
Yeah.
1 or 10 people that saw that and could relate with what I had to say, then I considered it a success. So that's usually how I make my content.
Awesome. So we have two questions right now. So one question is any good starter equipment like cameras and editing software or mics for newbies, and what's necessary for a stream?
So
You.
when I first started out, I was doing everything through my PlayStation 4.
Me too.
Wow.
So I just got the camera on the PlayStation 4. It was actually this headset that I have on
Mhm.
right now that I was using as far as my mic was concerned. Um, you don't have to spend big money to do a halfway decent stream setup. When
Mm-mm.
I got my first like camera that was not PlayStation, it was an old iPhone.
Mhm.
Nice.
Downloaded a software and that was my camera. And then as I got into it, yeah, I just started slowly upgrading it. So, just I would suggest just to get started, maybe if you have like an old cell phone or something like that, go ahead and use that. If you have a friend that has an old iPhone is the better of the two because you can find more
Mhm.
programs.
Yes.
Mhm.
Which Android.
Mhm.
Uh, but I would do that and just get yourself like a headset. Just get like a
Mhm.
headset that has a mic.
Yep.
Yeah.
It doesn't have to be the most expensive one.
Mm-mm.
You're getting prepared and seeing if you like it. And if you
Mhm.
like it,
Exactly.
go, hey,
Go full
this
hog.
year I'm gonna upgrade this.
Mhm. Yep. I agree.
Awesome. So the next question, really quick, because we're going to wrap up in a second, is what games do you think could do with more Black representation? Game or
Mm.
games?
Ooh.
I want it. Oh, well. More black. I don't know. So all I'm gonna say is we need black games made by black people.
Yeah,
Yes.
that part.
I
Yeah.
think was that one game where you're playing that guy, like you're playing a black guy, and I think you might be playing a black girl. I don't know. I don't know. It was a one player game. I don't know what it was, but
Mm.
like that, I remember that when people were playing that a lot. And we were like gagged about the model, I think, like of the black man and his hair and something. It was like really good. Yeah, I just want to see more. I want to see all races really represented in different games. Like I know we
Mhm.
just had the was it Resident Evil or Silent Hill, the Silent Hill game,
Sound help. Mm-hmm.
which is awesome. It had a lot of Japanese like folklore in it. Japanese schoolgirl getting lost in like an alternate world. Yeah,
Yes.
I think we can just need more games like that. And I did play Assassin's Creed. I think it was Assassin's Creed. It was the one where you play
Shadows?
as the Haitian slave.
Oh,
Mm-hmm.
I
Yeah.
know who you're talking
Mm-hmm.
about.
Yes.
Um,
I have it on my PlayStation and I play it every now and then, and it's cool. I mean, I'm half Haitian, so it's really cool to have this game where you're freeing slaves. I mean,
Mm.
Mm-hmm.
or enslaved people, I should say.
a-
Um
Yes.
oh yeah.
and it was a woman too that was doing it.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
God, I can't remember her name. Vendaline?
I don't know. Mm.
Yeah,
I just play
yeah.
games. I don't
I don't
I don't
remember.
think I heard about it. I don't think I heard about it.
Um, I
But
am very happy that we've got South of Midnight this year.
Yes, yeah.
yes,
I did
yes,
not play it.
yes,
Awesome game.
yes,
Yes.
Awesome.
I have not played it
yes.
yet, but I know everybody was
It's
like
so good.
very happy about the representation in that one.
I also think
Mm-hmm.
that we need more black representation in cozy games. It's why
That
Coral
that
Island
part.
Games
Yes.
Factory is one of my favorite games. But like I'm like,
Hmm.
yeah, I want to run a farm. I want to have chickens and like,
Yeah.
raise barn animals and give gifts and romance villagers and
Hmm.
do them with people that look like me. Like, give me
Yeah.
more
Hmm.
black faces. Thank you.
Hmm.
Mm-hmm.
As much as I like Stardew Valley, I keep looking. I'm like,
Yeah.
why is it only
Really quick,
Demetrius? Why is
Mm.
it only Demetrius? So
Yes.
really quickly, I do want to mention not just not it's not this is not just because you're here, Noria, but The Sims, I mean they have a
oh
whole
yeah,
stuff going
their
on.
West African
Yeah, they
stuff,
have
which
clothes and some
which
decor and it's
interestingly enough
cute.
was what
More.
actually got me back just to check it out because
Yeah.
I've not opened my Sim game in a while, and since the Saudi buyout, I was just like off of it.
Yes.
The jollof rice looked good. The chicken did look kind of dry, and
Yeah.
I was just like, you all didn't put anything. Like,
Yeah.
there's
Nothing
always
in it.
accessories. We put stuff in it. It's meant to
I
be
feel
Hmm.
like
feeling,
we
right?
need more than
There's the
clothes.
veggies, and then there's the
Mm-hmm.
plantain and the
Hmm.
chicken, and everything is meant to be there. And like, fried kidney, like, and liver cuts. Like,
Mm-hmm.
jollof rice is
Making me
chunky and full. I'm
hungry.
like,
Yes.
where's everything?
And I feel like we
But
need
yeah.
more than the clothes in the game. Like the clothes were nice, but I'm seeing all of these new worlds that are coming out, and but I do not want them to take the direction of African safari. That is going to piss me off.
Uh,
We don't
Yeah.
need an African safari. We need, and not the Africa that you see on TV. I'm talking about the real Africa where people have
Hmm.
nice cars and houses and stuff like that. Please.
Hmm. But they'd have to
like,
choose, they'd have to make an amalgamation of different countries and figure out how to
Yeah,
do
and
that.
they also
Yeah.
have to
that's
do
true.
it well because a lot of times when they also say Africa, they also forget that it's a continent.
That's
And
Yeah.
like
true.
There's
Northern
different
Africa
countries
is
in it.
different from
Hmm.
Eastern Africa, is different from Western African and Southern Africa. And
That's
the
true.
way,
So
like,
Yeah.
sorry to cut you off, Noria, but I want to thank everybody for being
no
here. We're at
problem.
time. I'm so sorry. I knew this would happen. Totally fine. Thank you so much for
It's
coming. And I want to put I guess Danielle can put all of your links in chat so they can
okay.
follow you and get to know where you guys are and like see your content and everything. Thank you guys so much for being here
Thank
and
you for
hanging out with
having me.
us.
Thank you for
Thank
having
you
us.
for
Phenom,
having us.
thank you so much. Phenom is amazing. Noria is amazing. Malicysin is amazing.